Hey, it's Carlos here, the founder of the 𝐓𝐡𝐞 CEO, and this is the LinkedIn profile optimization checklist. Now, before we get into it, why do you want to have a LinkedIn profile fully optimized? Now, LinkedIn is like a landing page. You actually, especially when you get started, you don't really need a website or any fancy technology to start a business. LinkedIn gives you a lot of tools, and the most important of them is the LinkedIn profile. Now, it gives you a place where you can put all your information, business services, clients that you work with. You can optimize it for SEO. That means search engine optimization. And what it does is it's gonna slowly but surely, it's gonna attract clients to you if you optimize it properly. So it is one of the most powerful tools to start a business and to scale it up. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through this checklist. And by the way, you can download this and you can always get access to this video by clicking here. So you need to go back to the page. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen on LinkedIn. I'm going to be referring to the checklist. But you need to understand that your LinkedIn profile is your brand, is your personal brand, okay? Now, I know that LinkedIn is a business platform, but that doesn't mean that everything needs to be about business. And if you try to look too professional, you might come across as not being enough of a human. So we need to find the right balance. Now, as I said before, you want to use SEO optimization. You want to use keywords that your ideal clients are going to be searching for. And you can do that in two different ways. The first one, it would be using Google. For example, let's say that you are a financial advisor, right? Or you provide services for people who are searching for a financial advisor. So what would these people do? These people would go online and would search for financial advisor. And of course, this is a very, let me move my face out of the way. So you will see when you type that, there's going to be a lot of results, and some of them are advertisements. That means that these people pay to be here. These people have probably done a really good job at using AdWords, and they paying money to be here. Now, you can scroll down and you see when people search for financial advisor, the same people similar people would be looking for this kind of questions. So this will give you information about what kind of words you can use. So do a few searches. And then if you scroll down, you'll see here, financial advisor salary, financial advisor online, free financial advisor. So you want to play around with a few words, and then you want to come down here and you see what people are searching for, because that's going to give you a good reference for some of the words that you can use on your LinkedIn profile. Now, if you go on LinkedIn and you go here and you go financial advisor, this is going to generate some results. People, services, posts, jobs. You can choose, okay? You don't need Sales Navigator. You could go into the Sales Navigator, but I'm not going to explain how it works that now because you don't need it. And you could go to people. And then it's going to show you people who have or who offer or who are related to this niche or to this particular service. If you scroll down, you will see that some people are also looking for these words. So all this is going to give you information on some of the words that you can put into your LinkedIn profile. I'm saying that at the beginning because before you start writing content, before you start writing your LinkedIn profile and using words, you want to do it keeping in mind what kind of words you want to use. And you can create like a list of keywords that you're going to implement into your profile. And again, here, you're financial advisor. So you want to try a few different words to get a feeling of what results people are getting when using these words. Now, going back to the checklist, Now, again, I'm not going to get very deep into SEO and how to find the right words. This is not my specialty. We're going to learn how to craft your profile so you look iconic. You look like an authority in your field. And the first thing is your banner. I always use something that I call the curiosity funnel principle. That is that when people land on your profile, the first thing that they're going to see is your banner, right? You will see, like, if you speak to 20 different people, LinkedIn gurus, everyone explains their magic formula. And the reality is that there is no magic formula, and everyone will explain you their philosophy or why they do what they do. This is how I do it. I'm not saying it's the best way. I'm saying it's the one that I like and the one that it's worked for me very well. Now, the curiosity funnel principle is that you want to make people curious. You want to make people feeling that they want to look further. They want to find out more about you. That's what they do when they're curious. So what you create here, you wanna build a little bit of authority. So we provide people with services on how to get on TEDx. We've been featured in NBC and CBS, Fox. Like there's a bunch more, but I didn't want to put here like overwhelm people with information. I'm just gonna put a few information that is gonna rise a little bit the authority and make them curious to learn about us. Now, my brand is called 𝐓𝐡𝐞 CEO, so I use iconic here, building thriving brands from the inside out. Now, this gives a little bit of information, but not a lot. So it tells people that we work with brands from the inside out. They might be curious about what there is. They might have an idea, but they don't really know. Now, I try to make it look very sharp, very neat, very tidy, and not giving a lot of information, because what I want them is to be curious enough to read this next sentence, right? And we're going to get into that in a second. But for now, on the banner, you don't need to go crazy. We all know that LinkedIn is a business platform. We all know that we can find a lot of information on the business profile, on the LinkedIn profile. Don't try to squeeze all the details into the banner. It's going to look overcrowded. It's going to look busy. It's going to make people want to run away. Again, you could put a photo of yourself speaking on a stage or anything that makes people curious and raises a little bit of curiosity and authority for yourself. Next one is your headline. Here, I always use an attention-grabbing emoji or something at the beginning, because the reason is when you do, and let's open another window here. When you do a search here, for example, let's type coach. Well, let's see what we get. Oops, not groups, sorry. Let's search for people. And here, all these people, they have just the name. The only one that has something different other than the name is this one here. And guess what? My eyes have gone straight into here because there's something different about this person, all right? And I don't know what financial advisors. I don't think these people use many emojis, but the goal here is to draw people's attention somehow. So you can use an emoji. If you're not a big fan of emojis, look, this is not gonna represent like the end of your business, or it's not gonna skyrocket your success overnight. There's just little things that make people look at your profile. So again, what do you do for whom? Authority building statement, credentials. Now, you might find that you cannot fit all the information in a tagline. Sometimes we spend a lot of time trying to put all the information, and it looks overcrowded, and it makes people want to go somewhere else, because we need to understand that it's people reading our profiles, and we want to make it fun and entertaining, and not making them feel like we are force feeding the information onto them. So what I use here is recovering engineer, and guess what? This is getting me a lot of conversations, because a lot of people resonate with that. Funny enough, I'm an engineer, but I don't work as an engineer. I do something different now. And a lot of people are doing things that they know, the things that they started doing at the beginning, especially my clients who are mostly entrepreneurs. The next word that I use is husband. Why do I say husband here? It has nothing to do with business, because I want people to understand that this is a human behind the profile. It's not just someone who the only goal is to make money. I am someone who has a wife, who has a family, and who is about something more than just making money and getting clients. And then I go ahead to talk about who I help. I help service-based business owners, and I help them maximize their influence and profit online. Of course, you don't get all the information from the tagline, but at least you understand that you're going to make more money and you're going to have a bigger impact or influence. And I do everything online because I work with people who can work remotely and want more freedom. And I help them working less, making more, and living better. So again, this doesn't tell everything about what I do, but it gives people reasons to keep looking and to find it interesting. So it's the curiosity funnel that I told you before. So you want to put a nice photo here. Like I have my glasses here. I always wear glasses. And this is not something that I do because I think it's cool. It's because I need them. So if you use glasses, make sure that your eyes can be seen. And, your head, you want a photo that it's clear, that it's not from your dog, and it's you smile. We all like people that smile. So this is when it comes to the headline. And this is what's mine now at the moment. You might see this video and you see that it's changed a little bit. Your LinkedIn profile doesn't need to be something static that's going to be like that forever. As you grow in your business, as you grow as a human, and as your experience grows, the LinkedIn profile might be evolving as well. Don't be shy to change things when you think that they need to be changed. Now, the next thing is the contact information. Now, here you want to put your email, website, phone number, funnel, other information. And here, if you, for example, go into my profile and you want to see the contact information, you might click here and you would get access to my phone number, to where I live, to my email, my Twitter, my website, and this is my profile. And also, one of the things that I have here, what's happened now? It is a link. LinkedIn allows you now to put a link here, an extra link when you click on edit. And this is very useful. Sorry, it's a little bit slow now. This link will take people to download my book, which is an ebook that I wrote with all the strategy that I created to start up a coaching business and scale it up to $500,000 in the first year. This is what I did. And I made this book for free. And you can, people can come here, click on access. They get a book. They get a little video of myself explaining what they get access to. And it's a way for me to add value and to get people interested in what I do and getting to know me a little bit better. Again, this is not about making them buy. Some people put here, book a call with me. It's very weird that people book a call with you right away, and unless they really warm up, they're really clear about how they can work with you, how you can help them with. So this is what you get when you click on edit your profile. And down here, you can add a website or a link and a name. So it's the free organic line secrets, which is a blueprint on how I generated my first $500,000 in business as a coach. And you put the link here. Again, you can put your own website, but there's more ways to put your own website. You put here a link that is going to help people get to know you better, or you can add some value to your community. Now, I'm going very fast. You can pause the video and keep watching whenever you're ready. Okay, contact information, vanity URL. There is two ways here, okay, that you can use that. The vanity URL is the URL of your LinkedIn profile, and you can edit that. Let's move my face again. And here, edit public profile and URL. And what you want to do, there's two ways to do that. And you can create a name here. You can put a name that it's your name so people find you well. You can create an URL that it's SEO. So, for example, coaching services or financial services or organic marketing, whatever it is that defines what you do. Or you can just use, like something that it looks fancy, which that's why it's called the vanity URL. And in my case, it's called the Iconic Blueprint because this is the program that I help my client with. Next thing, by the way, if you're not using creator mode, you want to change that. The creator mode, it allows you to use some hashtags here these hashtags, apart from having your own, which you should, which in my case is the iconic CEO, which I put it on my post, it allows you to put 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 more hashtags. What happens is that you want to use these hashtags in your content as well. And when someone is searching for these hashtags, your content is going to be featured. So when someone looks for that, your content is going to show up. So it's a way to reach to a bigger audience. And it's going to help people find you better. It's going to help you increase your followers growth quite a lot. And then the other thing that's going to happen is when you use creator mode, you're not going to have here like add friend button. You're going to have a follow button. So if someone wants to add you as a connection, not add friend, sorry, add connection, they have to click on the 3 buttons they're going to get here, or in more, or on this button that says more, and say add this person as a connection. So a lot of people will just follow you because, they find you interesting or your content is good, and they'll follow you. So that your followers will grow much faster. Now, next thing, second language. In my case, I speak Spanish, so I could use second language here. Add profile in another language. You could add profile in another language, and you could translate the whole profile, or you could just add, another profile in another language without translating it. But it would be enough for people to understand that you speak another language as well. I don't use it because I don't work with people who speak Spanish. My market is in the United States or in Europe, but in places where they usually don't speak Spanish. But you can do it, and then it would be here. 2 buttons, like these ones here, English, Espanol, or German, or whatever it is. Now, hashtags, I already explained that. This is the hashtags that you can use here as a content creator, and that's going to help. That's going to help your content and your profile, and have more visibility when people search for these topics. The next one is the featured. Look, guys, I used to have like a lot of different posts here and stuff. Make it very simple, okay? People will not spend time searching through your featured section. You want to make it in a way that it's clear, direct, and easy to access. So use 1, 2, or 3 maximum, because then they all fit in this area. And they don't need to scroll or search for more, which is totally irrelevant because no one will do that. Now, here you can add some value. Again, I put a link to my book. Of course, when you click to my book, you give me access to your email. And then, I don't send a lot of emails, but that means that sometimes when I have something to share or a workshop or something, I can notify my database about what's coming up. So that's going to help you build this network of potential clients or people who follow you. Then I also have the iconic CEO newsletter, which is a newsletter that I run on LinkedIn. This keeps growing slowly but surely. Now I have like 3,000, almost 4,000 subscribers. It's been here for about a month, so it grows relatively fast. And then I have testimonials. Okay, you can click here, and you can access this page where that it links with my website, where you can see the reviews from some of our clients. And again, there is some videos, there is some images and some results. I recommend you use the testimonials in somehow. You can just create here, you could just use that and put a post here or a photo, whatever it works for you. If you don't have a lot of testimonials, you can put one. If you don't have any, I recommend that you get some. You can just work for free and get some testimonials in exchange of a coaching session, for example. And you put it here because social proof is super, super important. That's why we got lots and lots of testimonials. Next one, the about section. Please write the about section in first person. Don't be one of these people that say, Carlos is an entrepreneur. Well, we all know that you've wrote the profile. It's a personal profile, personal, me, you. So don't write as if someone else has been writing it for you. Okay, we all know that it's personal and you are the one handling your profile, even though you might have some BAs and personal assistants, but just write it in first person. Start with storytelling. Tell people what you do, who you work with, why, how are you different, the results, put a call to action, and then here's the link. You can check mine. I keep changing mine. And I'll tell you why. This is the rule of thumb, okay? Now, not everyone will read your profile section, your about section. So it's important that, yes, you have something written here. You can, like, again, every LinkedIn guru will give you like a different approach. I'm not telling this is the right one. I'm just telling that this is the one that works for me. And in my case, it's just a story. When you go here, I feel like living in a golden cage. He said, well, sipping margaritas in a bar in Cyprus. That was, they was hanging out with an entrepreneur. George smiled as I was explaining how I work with successful business, blah, blah, blah. So I explain here, and through this story, you get to understand a little bit what are the problems that my clients have and how am I solving them. Okay, so you can use that as an example. This is a really good, it's a good storytelling example of how to do that. I don't put a call to action at the end because what's the point? Like, people have the phone number, the email, they can send me a message, they can do everything. So I believe that it's redundant. But some people on LinkedIn say that you must put a call to action, otherwise no one's ever gonna call you. Well, truth is that, it's not very efficient. But who am I to tell you otherwise? Anyway, make it easy and entertaining to read, okay? Make it user-friendly. See how many spaces. When you start reading, it doesn't feel like, oh my gosh, I'm going to get lost here. I don't want to read. I put a lot of spaces, short sentences, so people tend to read more in your content, in your pages, everywhere. Think about the people who are going to read. Think about yourself. Would you read like a chunk of text that has no spaces, no punctuation, no nothing? Make it easy. Make it easy for people. Next one is the experience. Use 3 to 5, the most relevant experiences to your target audience, okay? Maximum 5, because there's going to be 5 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So basically, like, I don't talk the time that I was working in construction when I was 15, because what's the point? I used to have a lot of experience in my corporate world, but then I would tailor these experiences to showcase the things that I did in these jobs that are relevant to the thing that I'm doing today. Okay, if you're a coach helping people with health, or if you're a leader helping people in teams, well, use all the information, or use all the places you've worked that are relevant to what are you doing today, and highlight the things that you did that support what you're doing today. Maybe you enjoyed leading teams. Maybe you were doing something else as well, but it's not relevant to your current audience. Don't use it. And also, you can create business pages. Okay, for example, I'm the founder of the iconic CEO. I also wrote this book. And I also run live events and speaking gigs and online and offline. So I created this thing here. So when I create an event, I can create it from the page. Not only it looks more professional, but it gives updates to my network. And again, this is not something that it's part of the profile, but if you want to know more, happy to give you some pointers. Just reach out to me on LinkedIn. You know how to find me. But again, make it look professional, make it look neat and tidy, and spend some time putting the words that are going to be SEO sensitive. That means keywords that are going to help people find you. Now, helping build, this is Clients and Systems, another company that I started running in 2014. And here we would help B2B coaching businesses to start up and scale up online. There's a bunch of testimonials here as well. You can have some media here with the book. You can download the book, and here there's some media. So make it look like full and alive, because this is your brand. This is the perception that people will get from you before they get in touch with you, before they start talking to you. And perception and first impressions are important. Education, again, here, you can put as much as you want. I've got a lot of courses. I studied for my entire life. but I'm only putting here the three more relevant. They are the three on top. Now, why am I using these three here? It's because I got a degree in engineering. I'm an engineer, and this especially on LinkedIn builds a lot of trust because, you know, we understand that someone who's gone to the university, they have some level of credibility or authority. I'm not going to say I agree with that, but I'm just saying that this is what how people understand the content and how people understand the information that we share online. Then Robbins Research International, I studied and worked with Tony Robbins coaches for a long time. So this helps my audience, especially my potential clients, who most of them are coaches, to build trust and credibility with them. And then I'm a coach. I'm an ICF coach, and I'm also NLP coach, and not because I say so, because I got the accreditation to show. So here is the trainings that I've done to get there. Next one, education. Again, we're going to education, licenses, and certifications. Let's move that out of the way. So, you know, remember that this is all about the know, like, and trust. For example, in here, I would put business management because this is an English course that I studied when I was in Australia back in 2014. I got a certificate in marketing. That's something that I also do today. Business management, I also do today. So it's related. And then open water diver, because I'm a diver. I'm a scuba diver. And that helps people to connect with me at a different level. It's not only business. It's also about, hey, I'm also a scuba diver. So you might have like a training on something else. You just put it here and you put on top the three that you believe are going to help you build this connection faster. Now, next one is volunteering. Look, again, you want to come across as a human. We sponsor kids in India with this foundation. We sponsor Doctors Without Borders, and we sponsor Kiva, who is a company that we lend money to people in developing countries, so they can also have access to resources and have a better life. Mention these things here because people will need to buy into you before they buy from you. So don't be shy and share this stuff here if you have any. And if you don't have anything, you should have something, because living is about giving, not about taking. Skills and endorsement recommendations. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do all the things because we are already on 27 minutes. Skills. You can put it like as many as you want. I got 30, but you want to put on top the three that are more relevant for people to know, or the ones that your audience need to understand that you're really good at. Why? Well, because it builds social proof when you have here more than 100 people endorsing you on these skills. And on the other hand, it's going to help your page to come up first when people search for organic marketing, for business coaching, or personal branding. In my case, okay, you put yours. But that helps the search engine on LinkedIn. So it is good to give endorsements to people because they'll give endorsements back to you, and it's going to help the algorithm to show you first. The next one is recommendations. Received versus given. It's generating social proof. You want to update this section monthly. Now, received versus given. I've got like 48 received. It's not a lot, but I've got 12. Now, why is it important to have more received than given? Because if you have the same amount of received than given, everyone knows that it's a trade. You've been trading recommendations. So you wanna have more received than given. And you can do that in many ways. Like, for example, Alexandra, we jump on a call. She was not a good fit, but I added a lot of value, as she said on the call. And I gave her like a free copy of my book, and I gave her a hand with the things that I could, even though she's not a potential client, but I could help in some aspects. I say, hey, by the way, would you mind sharing a recommendation with me? So she dropped me a recommendation here. So you can do that with previous colleagues, with current employees, like with whoever that you think might say something authentic and genuine from you, because it's going to help build trust. Of course, your clients. Most of these are my clients. but you can still build this section without, without the need of having 1,000 clients. And it's important because it builds social, it is social proof. Courses, honors and awards, case, courses, I've got business English, business coach, as ICF certified, I'm a consulting accelerator, which is something that I did in Australia. So you can put here all the courses. And again, this isn't going to make like a huge difference in how many businesses you get, but it's going to help your audience understand that you're human, that you have a history, and that your profile is full of information and it's not a fake profile. So it creates trust. Honors and awards. If you have anything that you can fit here, just put it. I'm a member of TAPI. TAPI is a nanotechnology organization in the United States, and I became a member in 2018. It has nothing to do with what I do today, but I thought it was cool, and yeah, it's about like technology, like high-end technology. So if you have something, put it here, just because it's good to have a good, full, and rich LinkedIn profile. And again, languages. If you speak more than one language, make sure that you put it here. So anyone looking at that, they will understand that they can communicate with you in other languages and that you're someone of knowledge. So that's all for now. More than 30 minutes. I hope that was helpful. Please take into account that this is not something that is going to change your business overnight. You want to have a good brand. You want to have a beautiful brand. So when people get in touch with it, they automatically think that you're something authentic, something genuine, and that you're the authority in your field. If you want to know more, if you want to help with building your profile and generating business from that, I'm sure there's going to be like some way to reach out to me or book a call, or just go ahead on my LinkedIn profile and shoot me a message, and I would love to hear from you. I'll see you on the next video. Bye.